we live in the great state of what? Florida, right?
Florida.
Ron DeSantis, okay, has done a phenomenal job. But obviously, he's being targeted. So watch what's happening with Florida insurance premium that everybody is talking about. Rob, if you can pull up the logo at the top so we can see it's Newsweek. So this is a Newsweek. Zoom in a little bit more so they can see it. There you go. Newsweek magazine. Florida residents flee state as insurance premiums skyrocket up to 900%. This is a topic of discussion across the country. A lot of people right now are trashing and bashing Florida and DeSantis. Let's go a little bit lower on the numbers, okay? So for years now, the sunny, vibrant state of Florida, a magnetic destination for many Americans, a phenomenon which has been driving up demand for housing, especially during the pandemic, as well as home prices. But while Florida was the number one state in the country that people moved to in 2022, it was also the number one with the highest number of residents wanting to relocate according to self-storage. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, an estimated 275,000 people left Florida in 2022, nearly 23,000 people every month. Most, according to the Bureau, relocated to places like Georgia, 47,000, North Carolina, 42,000, Tennessee, 36,000, South Carolina, 31,000, Texas, 30,000. Somebody would read this article and say, oh my God, Florida's losing it all. Go a little lower, go a little lower. The part about $1,700 versus $40, right there. Homeowners insurance premium have tripled in the state of in the past 5 years, with residents currently paying on average of $4,200 per year. The national average is $1,700. By the way, this is an accurate number that they're talking about. Some insurance premiums have risen about 9 times what they were in 2022. Oscar, chief executive of NSI Insurance, told WSJ Wall Street Journal, with multi-million-dollar homes generating premiums costing as much as $600,000 a year. I know on what these numbers are because I'm kind of going through this. Yeah. However, here's what I want you to do. If you go to the top where it says how many people have left the state of, the state of Florida, when you read that article, what is your immediate reaction? What do you say? You say what?
Oh my gosh, I'm being spun. 23,000 people are leaving Florida? I thought they were moving to Florida.
That is terrible,
I guess
right?
The other news was wrong.
Yeah, and then you actually go to the U.S. Census Bureau to verify, see this number. And then this is what U.S. Census Bureau says. Rob, I just texted it.
Fact
if you have it.
This is called a fact check, Pat.
Pull this up. No, but the part is that media not telling the entire information confuses people.
Of course.
Okay? Totally confuses people. This article is telling you, oh, Florida's like California now. People are leaving Florida.
Right.
People are leaving Florida. Pull up the article I just sent you, Rob, if you could. It's in the link. This is, by the way, the level of manipulation on how they're targeting the Ron. Listen, I call that Ron DeSantis a lot. I'm not sitting here saying I'm 100% supportive of everything he does. Their camp probably wouldn't look at PBD Podcast as a pro Ron DeSantis camp. No. But here, when you're targeting a guy that's done a phenomenal job for his state, the entire story needs to be told. Go all the way to the bottom to look. Okay, the domestic net migration by state, that's the number. Mm-hmm. The number you're looking for is what? Net migration. Go all the way to the down that it gives you the plus minus. Keep right there. Right there. That's the number. Look at this.
3.
The number one state in 2022, net migration is what? 318, 855. You know what this means? You know the number Newsweek says is 275?
Yeah.
That means if 275 left, you know how many came? Here's what this means. It's called 275 plus 318.
Here we go. 600,000. Here we come.
593,000 moved here. That's $50K a month, but 23 chose to leave. The net is 318. That's why you always look at the domestic net migration. What's number 2? By a mile. Another great state, Texas, 231. Then it's the Carolinas, then Tennessee, Georgia, Arizona, Idaho. What do you notice there? Red states are attracting people. Now go to the bottom. Who do you think's all the way at the bottom, by the way? Go all the way to the bottom, all the way to the bottom. California, minus 343, bro.
Holy shit.
Minus 3. Then it's who? New York. Then it's who? Illinois. Then it's who? Jersey. Then it's who? Massachusetts. Blue.
Wait a minute.
By the way,
and New York, where the Newsweek is located.
You know what you and I have in common, Tom? Let me tell you what you and I have in common. I want you to think about if a man, okay, had the privilege, okay, the satisfaction of having been with Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor, and Sophia Loren. He can expand and speak on their different styles in the bedroom.
Yes.
Marilyn Monroe was like this. Sophia Loren liked the pillow like this. Elizabeth Taylor liked XYZ toys. Whatever. We can kind of expand on that, right? All right. So check this out. I lived in California for 20-something years. I lived in Texas for 5+ years. I've been in Florida now nearly 3 years. January, it'll be 3 years that we've been here. So I know California, I know New York, I know Texas. Texas, phenomenal place to raise a family, to have your business. It's an incredible place. Some of the places they're trying to turn blue. Austin's getting blue. The homelessness problem in Austin's a real problem. California is still a shit show, okay? People are leaving. Companies are leaving. Parents are leaving. They're sick of what's going on in California. And when you look at the great state of Florida, what do they keep doing? They keep attracting. They keep standing up. Do you know what DeSantis just said? He said if Biden chooses to take refugees from Gaza, he says, you know how many people can come to Florida? This is how many we're going to take. This is how many we're going to take. If that offends you, Florida's not the state for you. I highly recommend you go to California. When these people are sitting there saying, I feel uncomfortable with my kid not being able to transition in the state of Florida, you know what I tell them? California is a great spot for you.
Beautiful.
Keep going there. And remember when we were in California? I don't know if you were with us, right? When we went to the debate. Did you go? You didn't go to Ronald Reagan.
No, I wasn't in Cali.
We had a big debate at Yoshinoya with this one guy that pulled up to me saying, I love your content. The only thing I don't like about you is the fact that you bash California. We had a 30-minute conversation. I said, sit down, let's have a conversation. At 11:30 at Yoshinoya, okay? Now we're having this conversation. Don't ask us why we go to Yoshinoya. I secretly love Yoshinoya. Yes. Takes me back to being 14.
The wings are great.
Yeah. What's the moral of the story? Here's the moral of the story. When people show you numbers and data, unpack the numbers to see really what's going on. When I saw these numbers, you know what I noticed? Watch what happened here. You know what insurance company just left the state of Florida? What insurance company just announced they're leaving the state of Florida? A company called Farmers.
What?
They left the state of Florida. So now everybody's saying, Farmers left the state of Florida. Yeah, they also don't do business in Hawaii, in Maine, in New Hampshire, any of the, what do you call it?
Coastal states.
And even in California, they're regulated, right? Mm-hmm. But this article, no one looks up and sees what other places Farmers left. They left this. And here's what people don't realize. You know who's the first person that signed the UN agreement to make more companies follow the ESG, environmental social governance? You know who was the first company that signed it?
Who?
It was Farmers.
Oh, weird.
And you know what Jimmy Patronis called Farmers? The Bud Light of insurance.
Oh.
They're about to be the Bud Light of insurance, Anheuser-Busch of insurance. By the way, the reason why I didn't even have plans of going into this story. Yeah. When you guys talked about Victoria's Secret, automatically I saw what's going on here in the state of Florida. I thought we had to talk about it. Tom, do you have any thoughts on what's going on here with Florida?
Wow, Farmers. So we are leaving.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's very simple. Jimmy Patronis is right. And Jimmy Patronis, by the way, he is basically the CFO of the state of Florida, and he is responsible for economic forecast and making it attractive environment, understanding regulation, because, you know, we have property taxes here. We have things. You got to pay for fire trucks and police somehow, and we don't have a state income tax. And so he is out there basically just putting companies on notice that guess what? If you want to come here and you want to play right, guess what? I got a great economy for you. I got a lot of people here, and you can do what you want. You want to go be a little bit weird, and then you want to get mad and leave? Take your marbles and go home, because there are other people here that want to serve the people of Florida.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.